Ma'am, can I ask your name?
My name?
Michaela. And are you an employee here?
No, I work with Bert Nash.
You work with Bert Nash?
Yes.
And you don't have to pass through security?
I typically just
Gotcha.
walk
Okay.
around. I don't usually have anything with me other than my
Most of us don't, but
phone and my keys.
I'm making a point here that the Judicial Center is not safe with people bypassing security. Any one of us could have a bad day and be the next shooter.
Always more than happy to start going straight through the security.
Well, I guess if they're letting you, it's cool, but I'm concerned because there's no policy and there's no written list of who's allowed and who's not. And so the deputies are just ad hoc allowing people to go through.
I like to think that they do a pretty good job.
We could have a mass shooter. This is how it happens.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
Any member of the police department who has allowed himself to get out of condition will either get back into condition or be weeded out.
Question to answer before I have to go upstairs is, Rusty Burton still allowed to bypass security? Sir, what's your name?
Rusty.
Rusty what?
Yep. Have a good day.
Armed as well? So what's up with that?
Yes.
Really? And how is that allowed?
Because it's approved.
It's approved?
Yes.
The policy states that everybody must go through.
Okay.
And it doesn't state that there's any exceptions, and I've been told that there's not a list of people.
I'm telling you, it is approved.
Okay. Was that approved by Jay himself?
I don't know who approved it, but it was approved.
If you don't know who approved it, how do you know that it's approved? That's, I guess, I'm trying to make sure because what we have is a situation.
So county administration approved this.
Okay. And is that not included with the policy?
What do you mean?
Well, because I requested a copy of the policy about this security checkpoint, and it says that all people, all individuals must go through it. It doesn't say that there's an exception for an approved list or anything. And then I was also told that there's not actually a documented list of approved people.
I'm not aware of the documented list, no.
Okay, so you're just randomly told that who's allowed and who's not, so there's...
So this was approved again by county administration. So to what level, I don't know.
Okay. Is he the only one that's got that approval to come in here?
He.
Rusty Burton comes in here armed.
Yes.
You guys know that, right?
To my knowledge, he is the only one. His staff, him and his staff.
Him and his staff.
Correct.
So, do we not see the issue here? You guys don't see an issue with that?
I'm not going to discuss that.
I mean, one of those people could be the next mass shooter and come in here and start shooting up the courthouse. You guys don't acknowledge that?
There are a lot of variables. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but this has been approved, and I can't speak more.
I've personally seen Rusty in some compromised positions where he's carried guns where he's not supposed to. What security company are you with? Free State Security? You guys actually carry firearms?
There's places that require or request that we have. There's other places that don't want us to, so we don't.
The shelter here requested you to? So the shelter requested you carry a firearm? Did they give a reason why?
Sometimes it's really bad in here, other times it's not. We just wanted to make sure everybody was safe. Shoot anybody for whatever reason. You gotta fill out a bunch of paperwork, why you did it, what could you have done to avoid doing
Well, as a non-certified person, as a person who doesn't have a law enforcement certification, if you shoot somebody, you're going to jail. That's just the fact of the matter.
I have probable cause to know.
I'm afraid the man down there doesn't understand this, but as a non-certified a non-law enforcement certified individual, if you shoot somebody, you're going to jail. You might get out the next day.
You don't have, yeah,
but
definitely.
you're going to jail, you know?
The police officers have a different umbrella of protection than.
And this young man down there, well, he's not young, he's probably my age, but he's talking about being able to establish probable cause and not get arrested and all this stuff. He has a very interesting understanding of what his job expectation is, and I'm wanting to caution you on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Let me do some research.
When can I expect to hear back? Because I'm going with the story if I don't hear back by a certain time.
Give me till Tuesday. Ahead or what was it?
I don't. It's not a rush order. You must have. I think I missed those ones.
Are you rusty? Are you rusty?
I'm not supposed to talk to you, sir. Go on that way.
I'm
not going to talk to you. Go.
Is there something I can help you with?
I'm just asking if his name's Rusty.
Is there something?
He's working in a public capacity. I'm just asking if his name's Rusty.
I'm not going to answer your questions. I don't even want to talk to you that way.
Would you just tell me the security guard's name? The security guard, what's his first name?
Brian.
And so that's why I'm concerned. I'll go upstairs and speak to them. Okay. Because this is kind of crazy. Yeah, is Vance here?
Pardon?
Vance Collins? Okay. Is there somebody from leadership team here that I can speak to about the court security situation down here?
Need anyone for you? Can we set up an appointment with the lieutenant?
Which lieutenant would that be?
Wine master.
Yeah, it's funny. They always send me wine master. How about Jay Armbruster?
You need to contact Heather, make an appointment. He'll be open the next 3 weeks, I believe, training.
Okay. And who's the undersheriff?
Simmons.
Okay. How about an appointment with her?
I can get Heather for you.
How you doing? Just trying to prevent a mass shooter in the courthouse. Well, you know, you guys let Rusty Burton just traipse in and out of here with weapons, him and his staff.
I have probable cause to know.
Him and his staff?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who Rusty is.
The owner of Free State Security. The one I caught in the community building with a gun.
Did he have anything to do with like the bowling alley and that?
I don't know.
I can't remember. You know.
Same guy that dresses up in a shirt that really looks too much similar to an LPD badge to not have some other emblem on his shirt that says security. It's almost impersonating a police officer.
I think I know who you're talking about now, you know.
Yeah. He's a real wannabe cop. Hi. I guess I'm submitting this to her because this is all about the court security policies down here.
Okay.
I'd like to meet with Ms. Simmons if Jay Armbruster is going to be out of town because we have an unsafe situation in the courthouse and we need to prevent the next mass shooter from coming in here and killing people.
Okay. Yeah, I can have Wine Master give you a call.
Yeah, you guys are like pigeonholing me with Wine Master, and he doesn't.
He's over our court security. Yeah.
Well, obviously not, because he wasn't able to answer my questions, and I had to come up here to get those answered.
Circumvent that once he checks in with our front desk. He's a county contract employee. I can't tell you what he does, what he does.
He's already told me what he does. But my issue is I come out and I ask you, and you say everybody's supposed to go through it. I've seen you work in the security point before, so I'm understanding that you and I are both wrong. That everybody doesn't have to go through.
I was wrong.
And I've had it explained to me that there's no published list of exceptions to the court security down there.
I'm not aware of the documented list. No.
That it's just understood that Rusty Burton and his staff from Free State Security can walk into this courthouse with a gun without going through the security. And they're not law enforcement officers. I'm kind of concerned about staff members and just a civilian person that runs his own business being able to walk in and out of here with a gun. Something happens at their shop and things go wrong, they come in here and they shoot the place up. We've seen that happen across the country.
And who was that?
Rusty Burton with Free State Security. Dale Flory just got done telling me that he's allowed. My name's Michael.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys. Now can I have somebody to take a report?
Take a report?
Yep. Officer, impersonating a police officer.
Pardon?
Impersonating a police officer.
Somebody's impersonating a police
Yeah.
officer?
Yeah.
On the phone over there, 53, or 5275, the number's right above the phone.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in the lobby of the Sheriff's Department. I need somebody to take a report on somebody impersonating a police officer. Is that a current deputy?
It's none of your concern.
It is my concern. This is a courthouse that the public comes into, and it doesn't appear to be safe if we have people bypassing the magnetometers and coming in here armed. Is he a deputy or somebody that should be?
Hello.
Thank you. We'll see how long that takes.
She was kind of saying something that she was a little upset or something.
I think she's got good news.
It's
She's got good news. I'll send her a text.
It's cooler.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can I ask your name?
My name?
Michaela. And are you an employee here?
No, I work with Bert Nash.
You work with Bert Nash?
Yes.
And you don't have to pass through security?
I typically just
Gotcha.
walk
Okay.
around. I don't usually have anything with me other than my
Most of us don't, but
phone and my keys.
I'm making a point here that the Judicial Center is not safe with people bypassing security. Any one of us could have a bad day and be the next shooter.
Always more than happy to start going straight through the security.
Well, I guess if they're letting you, it's cool, but I'm concerned because there's no policy and there's no written list of who's allowed and who's not. And so the deputies are just ad hoc allowing people to go through.
I like to think that they do a pretty good job.
We could have a mass shooter. This is how it happens.
Makes me happy implant. Is that all you got?
Wow.
Thanks, gents.
Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm good today. How are you? I'm good.
Not good. What are we doing? Oh yeah? Well, you got Rusty Burton impersonating an officer. So we're gonna need to end that.
I'm gonna go upstairs and see if there's a table upstairs to sit at and chat.
Well, I'm more concerned about this security station right now because there's no published list of who's allowed to bypass security. And I just see random people coming through, employees of Bert Nash, Free State Security and all these guys. And I requested the policy and all I've gotten is one that says there's no exceptions to that rule. And now I'm seeing all kinds of people doing it. And honestly, we could have a bad day at Bert Nash and somebody decide to come in here and be the next mass shooter.
Sure.
And
I can't give you the policy.
well, I already have the policy.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that everybody's already told me that there's no written declaration of who's allowed and who's not, so it's just up to the deputies to know. I mean, I'm ex-military. I know how security checkpoints work, and this one should be manned very much in the same way that a security checkpoint is getting on a base.
Well, I don't work with court security, so.
Yeah, I'll handle that, but let's handle the Rusty Burton
You
thing.
want to see if there's a table right up there?
Sure.
I'll hop on the elevator with you if you want.
No, I'll walk up the stairs.
All right.
But there's not really much to say. He's wearing improper uniforms.
Rusty Burton.
Yep, Free State Security.
Okay.
He's wearing just polo shirts with a badge that looks too much like LPD, and then no security designator on the back of the shirt, as is required by policy and the law, actually. Seeing him unprofessional with his uniform looking too much like a cop, bypassing security, it's raising my radar. I mean, I notice these things. And
So
like
you want security somewhere on the uniform, and you want to...
No, it's not what I want. This isn't about what I want.
Sure.
This is about what's required of him as a armed security officer.
Sure. Okay.
He needs to...
Not in blue jeans. I'm going to have to read the statute, I'll be honest with you.
I'll let you pull it from the statute, but basically, this shouldn't be about what I want. You shouldn't ask me what I want out of this. What the people and the citizens of this town want is security officers that follow the law.
Sure.
I can't hide.